Hi everyone, welcome back to the Life of Valerie Allison. So for today's video, we are going to be talking about something that I hold really near and dear to my heart, and that is nursing essentials. I wanted to share with you guys all of the things that I plan on having on hand, that I plan on using this time around. Some things I didn't use last time, but most of them I used last time, and I just wanted to share with you guys, based on my experience, what are the things that I find essential for nursing. Okay, so the first thing that we have here on my list of things that I find important are coverings. So anything to do with basically being covered while nursing. I personally like to be covered as much as I can. Of course, during those times that's not really possible, I also like to find ways to kind of still be concealed without showing everything, but that's just me. Okay, so the first thing that I have here is an udder cover. Time that you do a baby registry, you get a couple of these coupons for a car seat canopy, for an udder cover, for I think it's baby leggings, a whole bunch of things. In any event, I got this one for free, if you want to call it. So all I paid for was shipping, and it looks like this. And you pretty much just put this around your neck, and it has this nifty little metal piece here, and it just allows you to be able to see your baby while you're breastfeeding and at the same time be covered. Okay, so the next thing that I have here that's essential are breastfeeding bras, and they look like this. And basically they have a clip here that you can undo, and it makes it much easier to breastfeed your baby. Now this one I actually bought at Walmart for $9.99. It was the least expensive type of nursing bra that I could find. If you don't like underwire, this also does not have that, and they're very soft, and this has lasted me a long time, so they're definitely durable. The next thing that I have here is a nursing tank, and it looks like this. And it has the same type of concept, so you would unlatch, and then you can pull down so that way you can breastfeed easily. The nice thing about these is that it covers your stomach area, so you don't have to worry about being exposed if you're lifting up your shirt. Now, I bought these secondhand, so it came with like 3 for like $15, which is actually a steal because these I think run about $15 or $20 each. But if you can find it secondhand in maybe one of those mommy Facebook groups, that would probably be the best option if you did want one of those, or to go online and, you know, purchase one at full price, or maybe even a little less money. I could be wrong. They might be less money. Okay, so the other alternative to that would be a spaghetti strap tank top. I purchased quite a few of those, and they look like this, just like that, and they're just regular, you know, like cami or spaghetti strap tank. I purchased at Forever 21 for a little over $1 each. Now the nice thing about these is that you can have this on, and then you would just kind of pull this down so that you could nurse, and you would pull your shirt or your blouse up, and what that'll do again is just cover your stomach area, but you can still breastfeed comfortably. Nipple Care. This is something that I struggled with a lot. I had an open wound, a cut on my nipple for about 10 weeks. It was bleeding on and off. It was very painful, but somehow we made it through. But due to that, there are some products that I will keep on hand, and the first thing is going to be a nipple cream. I'll have 3 different nipple creams on hand. So the first one's going to be Medela, the next one will be the Lancino, and the third one is going to be an all-natural Earth Mama nipple cream that you can find at Target. I like to have as many options available to me with creams because you just don't know which one is going to work for that time. So I'll have those 3 available, and if none of those work, then I will be getting myself prescribed a polysporin cream. It takes care of everything, and that one helped me tremendously last time. It healed everything up in a day or 2, and I had wished that I had had that from the very beginning. Okay, so the next thing that I have on my list is a nipple shield. I will have one of those, or I should say I have one. Hi, Moni. What happened?
Doors.
Yeah, the guitars.
The bass.
The bass, yeah.
The toys.
Do you want to say hi? Let's see. So this little guy just came to visit. He just woke up from his nap. Right.
Look.
You're going to stay here? Okay. So yes, so I have a nipple shield, and this will just help to protect my nipples in case that we have any latch issues or painful, nursing. Okay, so the other thing that I will have available is hydrogel pads. Those really helped a lot last time, kind of like in between nursing, to just make sure that the nipples get healed as quickly as possible. Our nursing pads like these are disposable ones that you can take with you. What I like about the disposable nursing pads is that they actually have that stickiness on one side, so you don't have to worry about it falling off. The reusable ones are awesome, but since they don't have that, they kind of fall down a lot. And so I probably will be sticking to the disposable nursing pads. So next on my list that I have here is milk collection and storage. So let's talk about that for a minute. Okay, so the first thing that I purchased that's new this time is this milk collector, and it looks like this. And basically what you do is you put it on the breast you're not breastfeeding on, because anytime that you're breastfeeding on one side, the other side has what's called a letdown, and there's usually about an ounce, if not more, of milk that you can collect and store. Yeah, so I will have one of these. And then the other thing that I'll have are milk collector shells. Now, the most famous ones that I had seen in the beginning were Milky's, but then I did my research and I was able to find, I think it's the Avent Phillips, their milk collector shells, and it comes with two for about $16 versus the Milky's that was one for $24. So the obvious choice for me was to get the two for $16, and they worked out really well because I could insert it into my bra, and then if anytime that I had a letdown, it would collect that milk, and then I can just, put it in a storage bag. Okay, so the next thing that I have on my list here is an electric pump. This time I actually got the Spectra S1. Last time I had the Medela pump and style, so I'm really excited to try this one out because I didn't use that one last time, but I've heard great reviews about the Spectra, and I really wanted to do a little bit more research on the electric pumps this time around. The Medela pump and style was great. It did serve me well, but I think that maybe I could have found one that might have worked better, but since I did get that at no charge with my insurance, I kind of just stuck with it. And this time I had the opportunity to pick another breast pump, and that's the one that I chose. And I will leave a link in the description box down below to just let you guys know which service I chose through my insurance, because if you do have insurance, you are entitled to a free breast pump, I believe anyway. At least for mine it did, and I think for most now it does. And so this company, they actually did such a great job that I would definitely recommend them. It was just so easy to sign up online, put my insurance information, and they got that pump out in no time. So I just wanted to recommend them, and I'll put a link in the description box down below. The other thing that I am going to have available to me as well that I actually purchased is the Medela manual pump. I actually did purchase one of those. I'm still seeing if that's the one that I'm going to stick with, but I will be using a manual pump this time around. I heard that there are some women that respond better to the manual pumps, so I'm going to take this one to the hospital with me. It'll just make it a lot easier and see if that works for me. So that's one of the new things that I'll be trying this time around, is a manual pump, because I've never tried one before. But I'm hearing that the Avent and the Lansino manual pumps are really good pumps versus the Medela. So anyway, I'm still looking into it, but I will have a manual pump of some sort this time around to give a try. With that are the storage bags. I had these and the Medela storage bags, And of course I'll be having them this time around. I'm hoping that I get a good supply that I can actually store enough milk to have on hand whenever. So yes, storage bags will definitely be an essential for me. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about are kind of like supplements for supply, or how to increase your supply. So I had a very low supply in the beginning, and I really think it's because maybe I wasn't doing some of these things, but once I started doing these things, I had an increase in supply and I was able to breastfeed a lot longer. Okay, so the first thing is going to be lots and lots of water. Now that I did do the first time around, but it wasn't enough. So we'll see what happens. And then the other thing that I used a lot of was something called agua de Paraguay. It's an herbal tea of sorts, kind of like the mother's milk tea, but it's not from here. It's actually from where my husband is from Ecuador. They use that a lot for breastfeeding, and that helped me a lot as well. But I needed even more help, and that was the fenugreek supplements. I used those three times a day. Now the only thing that I'm reading on the fenugreek is that it can give some babies gas. Luckily my son did not have that real problem with me taking the fenugreek. So the other thing that I want to try this time that I didn't try last time is Malta. It's basically made with malt, barley, and hops, and it's kind of like drinking a beer, which is also supposed to help because of the brewer's yeast, but it doesn't have alcohol, the Malta. So there are some people that swear by it. I'm going to give it a try and see how it works for me this time. I probably will try that from the very beginning, of course, with lots of water. So we'll see where that goes. But those are my nursing essentials. I hope that you found this video helpful. I will leave links to everything that I mentioned in the description box down below. And if you have any suggestions for me on any of these things, or if you found something helpful that you think might help anyone watching this video, then please leave them in the comments down below. And also don't forget to subscribe. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers right now. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more essentials during pregnancy and postpartum, and just budgeting and recipes and DIYs and just so many more things that I want to share with you guys. So that you don't miss out on that, again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell as well while you're at it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!